So namaste and hello. My name is Debra Apsara, and we're here for this parent process today. I have a little bit of a laryngitis kind of thing, so excuse my funny sounding voice. We're going to have a lot of fun today. Of course, these processes, for me, I enjoy them so much. We're going to basically, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about why it's so important that we go through these processes regarding our parents. And then we're going to do a special puja, which is an offering of, we have 16 respects, and including that is some flowers that we'll be offering to the divine padakas. And these are the feet of the divine. And then I'll be taking you through a process that I haven't done before. And then after that, you're going to receive Diksha off the padakas. I'll put the camera up to them and you'll take Diksha off of them. So probably we'll spend a couple of hours doing this process, and it will be recorded for the future, so in case you want to come back and do this again. I don't know what also was. You'll have to excuse me. Last night I did, I think, 4 pujas, so today I'm a little, I don't know, maybe a little bit spacey. So we're going to start with you connecting to your divine. I like to start all processes with you connecting deeply to your divine. So if you could put your hand on your heart, and I'll play a little music for a few minutes, and you're going to invoke your divine grace, whether this grace is external or internal, whether it has a face or whether it's formless. So either is beautiful. For you, it's a very personal, unique connection. And so connect to that grace now. You can feel the presence, see the presence, however it is for you. And I'll put a little music on for a few minutes. And we're also going to intend, with a nice intention, that this process helps you to connect and to deepen your bond with your parents. It's a really beautiful process. Our parents, we've had, most of us, a lot of pain in our relationship. It's affected our whole life, including our relationship with the divine. So take a moment and connect to your divine. Now give gratitude to your divine for being able to be here today with us live, watching this in puja, and also doing this very beautiful process. can open your eyes and relax your hands. So, why do we do these processes, especially regarding our parents? I mean, they brought us here to this earth. This is one of the most sacred times that have fallen upon this planet Earth in eons of time. It's a time when humanity is shifting into awakening. It's a time where we will be walking hand in hand with our own unique divine. It's a time like no other. There's thousands and thousands now of people awakened on this planet. It hasn't been done in so many hundreds of years, if ever, I don't know. So just the mere fact that your parents were kind enough to carry you into this world and birth you here on this planet is a great deal. If you cannot find anything else to be grateful for, start there. Because this is a big deal. And having gratitude just for that alone will help you. It's not an accident that you're here on this planet at this time. It's certainly not an accident that you're in a process to awaken. Your journey in life has been that. As a matter of fact, the only reason that we do these pujas and that we keep doing these processes is so that you'll awaken. It's really everything that you're doing has one ultimate purpose. It's to awaken to your natural state. If the state wasn't so beautiful, then no one would care. But people have gone into it in this permanent place, and they know the effects that it has on their life. They know the effects it has on their relationships, especially the parent relationship. It changes everything. And so yes, it's an unknown if you're not awakened. And sometimes the journey can be intense. And you wonder at times why you have done this. You thought maybe you could stop it. And you may have sat back for a bit. But you know it happened again. You came back to the processes, or you went on and started doing something else to awaken you. You can't stop a journey that has little to do with you and your will. It's the divine's plan, awakening the planet. And so because it's not your decision to awaken the planet or yourself, you have no control over whether that will happen or not. Those of you that don't believe you'll awaken, I tell you all the time not to worry, because you are not in control over whether you awaken or not. So there's no problem there. Your divine is the one that's giving you this. So these processes are also divinely given. I don't have any idea myself as to what exactly I'm doing. I don't sit down and formulate some kind of process. I just go to my divine and say, you decided to do this. So therefore, you're going to need to tell me what you would like for puja. What would you like me to chant? And what kind of process would you like to take them through? And so the divine, being a great friend of mine, tells me the details, and I do it. Now I also insist upon the processes being powerful, because if not, what are we doing here? My divine should be powerful enough to do a very deep process and to come through and help you all awaken. That's the point. So I'm also asking, and my intention is that, yes, that you bond deeper with your parents, but also that you awaken to your natural state. So I intend that for you. Now regarding your parents, the relationship you have with the divine has a huge impact on the relationship that you have with your parents. This is very difficult for most of us. And for a long time, I actually couldn't see any similarities between my connection with my divine and my parents, especially before I was awakened. I definitely couldn't see that. I used to get mad. I'd say, no way, because my divine was so different than my mom and dad. And my relationship, I thought, with my divine was so great. I thought at times it couldn't get any better. But again, I had lots of concepts regarding this relationship. And I had a lot of illusions regarding it. The same illusions I held about my parents. I had all sorts of illusions about how my relationship was with my parents. But yet, before I was awakened, my relationship definitely could have used a boost. I wasn't so much seeing my mom as I see her now. And I definitely wasn't seeing my dad. There was still, regarding our parents, there is so much that's occurred in your lifetime so far with your parents. I mean, think about how long have you been, how old you are. And so the impact your parent has had on you started from before conception. It started when your mom had her first thought about what it would be like to have a baby. And your dad maybe had the same type of thought. What would it be like when I was a dad? How I would treat my child. And then, of course, life, being as it is, takes its turns. And sometimes our parents are put in some situations where there's a lot of pain and hurt, and their relationships themselves are not in order. Now, if we're brought up by parents whose relationships are not in order, which is the majority of our parents, because we did not come from awakened parents at this time, but all of you, the younger ones who are childbearing, do you realize you're going to be responsible for bearing awakened children? So congratulations. I'm very happy to hear this. Because you know something that our parents didn't. You're seeing life different than our parents did. So the second thing that I would like to say about this with parents is that have compassion for the fact that your parents did not have an understanding or the knowledge that you have about awakening, about a natural state, about perhaps a connection with the divine that's a bit deeper than it being in the sky or some kind of judging God. It's a deeper connection, a friendship, one where you can walk hand in hand with your divine. All these things perhaps were not known by our parents. I won't say all parents, because there are some who are very spiritual and different beings. But a majority of us, I'm saying, that did not grow up that way. So we should start with the second thing is compassion for our parents, because they did not have the information or the understanding that we now have. So regarding your relationship, as you were in the womb of your mom, there's so many factors there. We've been through the 4 baskets. We've talked in detail about it. Your parents did the best they could carrying you. Some were not happy about carrying you. Some didn't want you. Some were very happy. And some were in a lot of fear. So many different things and so many different unique experiences for all of us. But all of these things cause some issues with us, our bond with our parents. If we did not bond with our parents in the womb, it's very difficult for us to bond with our parents after birth. Of course it is. Or perhaps your parents and you bonded beautifully until you were born and birthed. And then what occurred was the doctors pulled you out, took you away, and put you in an incubator. And you didn't see your mom or dad. And therefore, you didn't, at that tender time, connect with your parents. And there was always a sense of anger. So again, this journey, there are so many factors. And what we're going to do today is I'm going to take you through almost a life review of your parents and your relationship. Some of this stuff you're not going to remember. I'm going to take you back all the way to when your parents had their first thought. And you're not going to have memory of this in a conscious way, but the memory is embedded in your unconscious. So what we're going to do is some of this unconscious memory is going to come to the surface. During this review of life with your parents, you're going to have things come up, such as some programs, some charges. They're going to be things that have been affecting your whole entire life, your relationship with them. Once these things come to surface, you're able to experience them in this kind of an environment during a process. The divine we've called in very strongly. We're going to do a puja, and we're going to call the divine in even stronger. And we're going to ask our divine to please guide this process, our unique divine. Because for us, we really can't do much without our connection, without help from God. And so we're going to rely on that for this process. Because we can't see the unconscious. It's unconscious. And so this process is intended to take you through your relationship in life with your parents. You will see things that have occurred, and some of it will be very traumatic for you. Some of it will be so joy-filled. Some of you spend much of your life not seeing the beauty in your relationship with your parents. You may see this whole process, all the beautiful things you've missed. So we don't really know what will happen, do we? Because it's not really guided by us. And in the end, we're going to have our parents come before us, and we're going to speak with them. And the parents that come before you will be the divine parents. These will be your parents in a higher form, a transcendental form. Now, don't worry if you've never seen your mother or father. It's not a problem. They will still come. They know who they are. They know when to come. When you call on them, they will appear. Also, if you've had another parent in your life that's been a significant role, a step-parent, adoptive parent, you can also bring them into this process. You would have to. If you did not have a parent growing up, then you're going to do the best to the closest person who took care of you. And you'll do this process with them. So what I'm going to start with is the puja. And from there, after that, we'll go into a little meditation. So we're going to now do some chanting, and I'm going to go over really quick with you. You don't have to chant this with me if you don't wish. It's up to you entirely. But the chant is going to be Om, Drum, Om, Guru, Dattaya Namaha. So it's not an easy chant. I don't choose them. I wouldn't have chosen it, but it's what I'm told to call in Dattatreya. Dattatreya is the aspect, a divine deity who has the aspects of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. It's a very powerful combination. And so I'm going to chant it 108 times. And of course you can join in with me if you'd like. But it's Om, and then Drum, D-R-A-M, Om again, Guru, G-U-R-U, Datta, D-A-T-T-A, Y-A, Namaha. So I say it, Om Drum, Om Guru, Dattaya Namaha, Dattaya Namaha. Okay? You do your best. We're going to start with Arti. So during Arti, we chant the Mula Mantra. Sachidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Shri Bhagavati Sameta Shri Bhagavate Namaha Om Sachidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Shri Bhagavati Sameta Shri Bhagavate Namaha Om Sachidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Shri Bhagavati Sameta Shri Bhagavate Namaha Shri Bhagavati Sameta Shri Bhagavate Namaha Shri Bhagavati Sameta Shri Bhagavate Namaha Shri Bhagavate Namaha Shri Bhagavate Namaha Om. You can take blessing of the Arti lamp. And you can prostrate to your divine. So now we're going to start the 16 respects. Shri Bhagavati Sameta Shri Bhagavate Namaha Dhyayami. Connect with your divine and pray and ask your divine to help you with this process. Also at this time, if there's something you would like the divine to give you, you could ask at this time for this boon or this gift from your divine. Om Sachidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Shri Bhagavati Sameta Shri Bhagavate Namaha Shri Bhagavati Sameta Shri Bhagavantam Avahayami. Shri Bhagavati Sameta Shri Bhagavate Namaha Padyam Samapayami. Shri Bhagavati Sameta Shri Bhagavate Namaha Agagnyam Samapayami. Shri Bhagavati Sameta Shri Bhagavate Namaha Achamaniyam Samapayami. Shri Bhagavati Sameta Shri Bhagavate Namaha Snanam Samapayami. Shri Bhagavati Sameta Shri Bhagavate Namaha Achamaniyam Samapayami. Shri Bhagavati Sameta Shri Bhagavate Namaha Vastram Samapayami. Shri Bhagavati Sameta Shri Bhagavate Namaha Upavitam Samapayami. Shri Bhagavati Sameta Shri Bhagavate Namaha Chandanam Samapayami. Shri Bhagavati Sameta Shri Bhagavate Namaha Kumkumam Samapayami. Shri Bhagavati Sameta Shri Bhagavate Namaha Pushpai Pujayami. Here's where we'll start the chanting. Om Drama Om Guru Datta Namaha. 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 Om Dramam Om Guru Datta Namaha. Om Dram 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 Om Guru Dattaya 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 Namaha. Om. Shri Bhagavati Sameta Shri Bhagavate Namaha. Dupam Agrapayami. Like incense. Om Karam Bindu Samyuktam Nityam Dayanti Yoginaha Kamanam Moksharam Chaiva Om Karaya Namo Namaha Om Karaya Namo Namaha Om Karaya Namo Namaha Om Shri Bhagavati Sameta Shri Bhagavate Namaha Deepam Darshayami. The ghee lamp. Aneka janma samprata karma bandhana virine atma gyanath nidanena tasmai shri bhagavate namaha tasmai shri bhagavate namaha tasmai shri bhagavate namaha. Om Shri Bhagavati Sameta Shri Bhagavate Namaha Nevedyam Samapayami. Om Bhuvasuvaha Tatsavituvaenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo yo na prachodayat. Prane swaha, apane swaha, vyane swaha, udane swaha, samane swaha, brahmanye swaha. Shri Bhagavati Sameta Shri Bhagavate Namaha. Mangala Arti Samapayami. Arti. Tvameva Mata Chapita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhus Jasika Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Om. Take blessing off the light. Shri Bhagavati Sameta Shri Bhagavate Namaha Pratanam Samapayami. This is where you connect with your divine and give gratitude for this beautiful puja and the process that we're about to have. Let's take a few moments. Shri Bhagavati Sameta Shri Bhagavate Namaha Atma Parakshana Namaskaram Samapayami. So this is where we circle around ourselves 7 times. So you can stand up and you can put your hands in Namaskar Mudra, which is over your head, and you can join me. Amma Bhagavan, Amma Bhagavan, Amma Bhagavan, Hari Hari. Amma Bhagavan, Amma Bhagavan, Amma Bhagavan, Hari Hari. Hanuman, 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 Hari Hari. Christ, 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 Hari Hari. Shiva, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Hari. And you can prostrate to your divine. So this concludes the puja. So now my suggestion is you get into a nice comfortable position, because I'm going to take you on a bit of a relaxation meditation journey, and then from there we're going to start the process. So find yourself a comfortable place or a comfortable position, because when you go through these processes, you can do them laying down, you can do them sitting up, you can do them in a nice comfortable chair, however it is that for you that you can take yourself into a deep state. That's what's preferable. So I'm going to ask you to close your eyes, and I'll give you a few moments to do that. And take some nice deep breaths. Continue taking nice deep breaths. So you can relax. Relax nicely. Some of you have been working all day, and this is the first chance you've had to relax. Some of you have just woken up. Whatever the case may be, when you take nice cleansing deep breaths, it helps our minds to become quiet, puts it in a nice, very nice state. So now we're going to relax our shoulders. Relax. Continue taking nice deep breaths. Relax your arms. Relax. Relax your fingers and your hands. Relax. Relax your back and your shoulders. Relax your legs and your knees. Relax. Relax your feet and your ankles. Relax your toes. Relax your stomach. Relax your neck. Relax your face, your cheeks, your jaw. Relax your lips. Relax your eyes, your eyebrows. Relax your temples. Relax your eyelids. Relax your lips and your teeth. Relax your forehead. Now just continue taking nice deep breaths. Relax your body. So now we're going to take you through the process. So we're going to start bringing you way back to when your parents were very young. They were just little boy and girl. And they were having some thoughts regarding what it would be like someday to be a mommy or a daddy. You can watch your mom and dad as a child frolicking about and playing and giggling and laughing, and your mom has her baby doll and she's holding it so tenderly, and she has a bottle and she's feeding it. She's giving the baby food, and she has it dressed in pretty clothes. You can watch your mom, and you can hear her thoughts perhaps. What it was like, what it would be like someday when she gets older, and she starts thinking about what she wants her little baby to look like. Or perhaps if she wants a boy or a girl. All of these things. And you can see your father as a little boy. And his first thoughts, his dad and him were talking, and his dad mentioned, someday, son, when you're a father. And in that moment was the first thoughts your dad has ever had about having a son or a daughter. In those moments. Just be with this moment for a few minutes. Now we don't have a conscious understanding of what took place, but just let it be whatever it is. So now we're going to take you to a little bit older, where your parents were teenagers and they started dating and they started having relationships. And there was this stronger urge for your mother to have children. And your father, they started to really develop this belief or what it would be like, and they had thoughts and they had created this possibility of what a life would look like with you. See your parents a little bit older in their teenage years, and just listen to the thoughts they're having. Again, you're not going to be conscious of these. Just allow whatever is there coming up to be. Allow your parents at that age to speak with you. You're talking to your parents as teenagers. We're going to go to a time where your mom is pregnant with you, and you're going to listen to your mom's thoughts as she's pregnant for the first time with you. And also, your dad is there also, and listen to what he has to say. Now again, these are unconscious things, but your parents are there, and you can have discussions with them. I want you to really take the time here, because many things have happened during this time for you. Perhaps your parents didn't want you. Perhaps you were given up for adoption at this time. Perhaps your parents lovingly wanted you. All of these things, allow whatever is there to come up and talk with your parents at this age. However old they were when they were with child with you. Your parents questions. Ask your mother how she was feeling. Ask your dad how he is feeling. Talk to them as if they were here. go to the time where you were birthed and you were a brand new baby, and you were either in the arms of your mother, your father. Perhaps you weren't in the arms of either. Maybe you were in the arms of an adopted mother. Maybe you were in the arms of a nurse, or you were in an incubator. Go back as much as you can to that moment. Again, some of this will be unconscious, some in the subconscious. You may have memory only by things that were told to you. Talk to your parents as they're giving birth to you. When they're holding you in their arms, talk to both of them. Like you are there with them. You're actually going to have conversation with them as if they were there now with you. See what they have to say. Are they happy? Is there any pain that needs to be revealed? So now you're going to take yourself a little longer, a little further along, where you are perhaps a small child, toddler. How did you engage with your mom or your dad at this age? You were inquisitive and you were very energetic. And how was your mom? Was she happy? Was your dad happy? Was he working a lot? Was your dad there for you? Or was he never there for you? This is your opportunity to talk to him at this age. Did he ever hold you and spend time with you? Was your mom able to care for you appropriately? Were all your needs met? Were you physically taken care of along with emotionally? Go back to this time and talk with your parents at this age. Spend some time here with them. You may ask them questions, or you can just see what they have to say. Now we're going to move on a little bit older, maybe around 6 or 7 years old, and it's such an important time in your life. I mean, you're really starting to understand things. You're perhaps starting to see what it is you like in life. Maybe as a boy you're playing ball and you're playing sports, and is your dad there? Is he with you? Is he enjoying life with you, or is he too busy? Is your mom present with you, or is she also not present and not meeting your needs? See if there's anything going on at this age that could cause programs and things to cause a lot of pain and suffering for you. You can ask your parents also at this age. Really talk with them. It's an important time. You're in school, you're in 1st or 2nd grade. You really need your parents at this time. Don't be afraid to talk with your parents and ask them how they're feeling. What is going on in your life at this time? Really important time. Afraid to say whatever you need to your parents at this time. It's an opportunity. It's an opportunity to talk to them and say things that you've never been able to. Really look into the relationship that you have with your parents at this time. Look into what is going on, how it has affected you your whole life. Now take yourself to a little bit older, your teenage years. Such an impact these years have on your life. All of the things that are happening for you. You're getting older. You're trying to find your way. How was it for you with your parents? Were you able to talk with them? Were they your friends? Were they the great friends they should have been? Were they supportive, understanding? Did they allow you to expand into the human being that you were destined to be? Did they encourage you to do whatever it is you wanted to do? Or did they try to control you? It's such an opportunity now to talk to them as you're older. And you can really talk with your parents and explain what an impact you had at this time. See what they have to say. It's so important. Listen to them. Now we can take you up to the age perhaps when you're meeting someone and you're about to perhaps get married. Maybe you've had your own child. Perhaps you've made decisions in your life that your parents aren't happy with. Maybe you've done things that they wished you had done differently. Perhaps your relationship with your parents is strained. Sit with them. Sit down with them. Bring them forward. Sit before them in a comfortable place and talk with them. Explain how it felt for you in your life at that time. How much pain you had, and how the decisions you made were the only ones you could make. You had no other choices. It wasn't that you wanted to hurt them, but you could only do what you could do. Explain this to them, and then listen to your parents, how they actually felt at this time. Take this opportunity. So now we're going to bring ourselves to a very beautiful space that's relaxing and quiet, be it the ocean front or the mountaintops. Whatever it is for you that feels the most beautiful, I want you to take yourself there. I want you to go there. And you're going to relax. You're going to feel the breeze running through your hair. And the air has a special feel to it. It's like everything is sparkling. And now in the distance, you can see this figure walking towards you. You don't know who it is, but whomever it is, they're very beautiful. They have this long flowing gown, and it's all white. And they just look so peaceful and etheric. And the closer that they get, there's something familiar about them. You just don't know what it is. And as they get closer and closer, it's very clear to you that this is your mother. Now she looks a bit different because she's the higher transcendental mother. She comes to you, and you stand up and you greet your mother, and she's smiling, a smile you've never seen. So you sit down before your mother. And you have this opportunity. You have this opportunity to say whatever it is you wish. You can tell your mother anything you wish. Whether she's hurt you, whether she's given you such joy, whether she was a beautiful mother, or whether she was a mother who caused you much, much suffering. She's very open to listening to you. You will not harm her. She wants to hear. She's encouraging you. So take a few minutes and have conversation with your mother. Things you could never tell her in the past when you were with her physically, you can tell her now. You're going to invite your mom to speak with you. Let her tell you everything she wishes to tell you. See what she has to say. You'd be surprised. Now's the time to also, if you're seeing some things that you've done to hurt your mother, it's a great time to ask for forgiveness. Ask your mother to forgive you for the things that you did that might have hurt her or caused her pain. Even though at such young ages, we really weren't knowing what we were doing. We had programs running that caused this pain to be within us. And we expressed it. We expressed it to our parents. We were angry perhaps at our mother. Maybe we had all sorts of emotions. This is the time to talk to her and ask her to forgive you if you have harmed her in any way. So now, this comes a time where your mom, she's going to leave, and she rises up. And there's this feeling of not wanting her to leave. There's some fear. But you understand, she has to go. And so you hug her, you tell her you love her, and you thank her for coming. And you ask her to visit often, as even if she's here on this planet, this transcendental form can come anytime. If she is not on the planet, same thing. So you watch your mom turn and walk into the distance, and slowly she fades, and you no longer see her. And now you sit back down in this comfortable place, and you're feeling all sorts of emotions. Some of you may even be angry. Some may be sad. Some may be indifferent. Just stay here for a few minutes and feel how you feel. look up, and in the distance you see someone else is coming. This time there's a power and just a very different energy coming. And at first you're not sure who it is. You can't see the face. But as they get nearer and nearer to you, you recognize it to be your father. He is looking so beautiful. He's wearing white and he's looking handsome, better than he had ever looked here on this earth. And as he nears towards you, you rise from your chair and you greet him and you thank him for coming. And then your father sits. So now you're going to talk with your father and tell him all of these things that you've never been able to tell him. Perhaps as a child you were not able to sit with your dad. Perhaps he wasn't the easiest to speak with. Here, he's different. He's open to listening to you as all the time. He wants to hear what you have to say, even if it's painful. He's asking for you to tell him. Talk to your father for a few minutes. can allow your dad to talk to you. Maybe he has some things to say to you. Just relax and allow him to speak. Whatever comes up, it's perfect. Take this opportunity to ask your dad to forgive you if there's any moments where you harmed him or hurt him or caused him any kind of pain. If there's any instances, you could explain to him and ask for his forgiveness. As the perception you held at the time, you had no other choice but to behave as you did. So take a few moments and ask your dad for forgiveness. is the time for your Father to rise and go. And so he gets up. And this is your opportunity to give him one last hug. And you can tell him to come back anytime, that you would love to have this opportunity. He can come even if he's still here on this physical planet. Even if he is past, he can still come in this transcendental form. So you embrace your Father. And he turns and he walks into the distance. And you can no longer see him. So now take a few moments to sit with how this feels. Is there pain there? Are you feeling fear, anger, sadness, or are you feeling joy? Sit with whatever feeling is rising. Now, you yourself are going to rise up and you're going to bring yourself back and you're going to sit again in a nice comfortable position, and you're going to take a blessing from the Padakas and you're going to ask your Divine to please help you to repair your relationship with your parents today, and that this Diksha should work to do that, and that in the morning you should have a new perception regarding your parents and your relationship, and that your consciousness has expanded, and that you have also awakened to your natural state. So we have concluded the parent process. I hope that you enjoyed, and you may watch this over again as needed. Much gratitude to all of you for joining us. I enjoy very much doing these pujas and processes with you. So, a great big namaste to you all, and thank you so very much. Much love.